Morning. I'm at this fantastic place today. You can see all green around, and you can tell I'm in Goa once again. Today, I'm going to talk about self. Yes, people are talking about self love, self care, even self pampering for a moment. But what is self? What is the concept of self? What is self awareness, self worth, self esteem? How they connected? Let us demystify the self. Welcome. Good morning. As I said, today we'll be talking about self. All about self. What is self? And to begin with, let us think about self awareness. How aware I am about my own self. How aware you are about yourself. Now, most people, when they identify themselves, they talk about what they do, what are their situations, what are their circumstances, instead of what they are. When we actually start identifying ourselves to ourselves, in our situations, in our circumstances, in our beliefs, it is a little different from who we internally are. Because circumstances, situations, beliefs change. Jobs, careers, professions change. But what we are internally is our true identity. And that changes consciously when we really want it. There are people who meet me in my coaching sessions, they'll come and say, hey, I'm unhappy, I'm sad, I'm troubled, I'm in this circumstance, or I'm in that circumstance. I'm a doctor, I'm a CA, I'm a advisor, I work in a plant, I belong to this religion or that religion, this political party or that political party. And that is where they're using what they're doing or what they're believing as a cover to what they are internally. What's the problem with that? Most people do that. What's the challenge? The challenge is that when suddenly that cover is taken off, a person finds himself lost because he's not self-aware. And this journey to be self-aware of what we are is far more important than simply saying, what I do is what I am. That's how I look at it. How does the self-awareness come in? This self-awareness comes to you with how you feel about yourself. Yes. Self-esteem. Self-esteem is about how we feel about ourselves. How we feel we are at any point of time in our lives. Are we considering ourselves in high regard or low regard? Do we see ourselves as an evolved person or somebody who's really, really stuck? And that is what our self-esteem is. But then that's not really the challenge. When people come to me and they say, hey, I have self-esteem issues or I have ego issues or things like that, I don't look at it as the self-esteem issue. I don't look at it as the ego issue. I look into the self-worth issue. What is self-worth? When people talk about self-worth, they talk about what they have outside. And then when they start talking about what they have inside, is what the self-worth is all about. Self-worth is about how you value yourself. What are your values? When I talk about myself, I know I'm passionate. I'm creative, I'm fun, I'm easy, I'm confident. And these are the qualities which people look for. This helps me being in a high self-worth. My self-worth does not come from what I do. It does not come from what I have. It does not come from the people around or the environment around or the job. It comes from my own values. And when my own values are placed high in life, it impacts my self-esteem and I become more and more self-aware. And when self-esteem, self-awareness and self-worth are all interconnected, what is the self-concept all about? Self-concept is about being the best version of yourself. Yes, I'm learning and growing is my own value. You're listening to it this far is telling me that you really want to grow and evolve. This is a journey for evolvement. And when we do that, we build a better self-concept, a concept of being the next, the wonderful version of ourselves. There's always another level. And when we are talking about this another level, how do you reach this another level of your life? This comes in by being completely self-aware. This was a brief discussion about being self-aware. What is self about? What is the self-concept? How is self-esteem and self-worth related? And there's much more to it. When you come to Life Retreat or any of the NLP and life coaching training programs I hold, we will be discussing it a lot. We'll be doing a lot of practices and activities where you're going to know how can you really build your self-worth, which is going to impact your self-esteem, and be the next version of yourself. Welcome to Self. Love yourself. Value yourself. This is your coach, Ashish Sehgal. Bye for today. See you soon.